Good day to you wherever you are listening in from, and welcome back to Gold Rush Crypto Daily. I hope you're all having an absolutely incredible day out there. And listen, if you're holding Pi, if you've been mining Pi, if you've been following Pi Network for years, I need you to take a breath and really hear this, because this might be the moment we've all been waiting for. Pi Network has just been officially assigned a provisional ISO 24165 Digital Token Identifier and a provisional ISIN code by ANA, the same global regulatory body that tracks traditional financial instruments and digital assets worldwide. And I'm telling you, guys, this changes everything. This is the kind of recognition projects dream about. This is what opens doors to exchanges, banks, regulated platforms, and global financial rails. This is what bridges crypto with the real world. And it's happening right now, just as the Pi Testnet shuts down, just as Pi DEX prepares for launch, just as European liquidity is about to flood in. We could be seeing something massive for Pi, something historic. Smash that like button if you're ready. Hit subscribe if you want these updates every single day. And family, all right, let's get right into it. So Pi Network Academy just posted one of the biggest announcements we've seen in the project's history. They said, Pi Network has been officially assigned a provisional ISO 24165 identifier, DTI2K95TZ2QN, and a provisional ISIN X T2Z2WZ P5KM1 by ANA. Let me tell you why this matters, and why the market isn't ready for what comes next. ISO 24165. That's not some random tag. This is the official digital token identifier used by global institutions. We're talking banks, regulated exchanges, fintech platforms, compliance systems, anyone that needs to verify, track, and register digital assets. And the ISIN? That's the same identification system used for stocks, bonds, ETFs, and now Pi. This is Pi stepping out of the shadows and onto the global financial stage. This is the moment a digital project goes from experimental to recognized, from maybe one day to we're here. And family, this didn't happen randomly. This comes right as Pi is actively trading on several platforms at around 24 cents with a nearly $2 billion market cap, and right as Open Mainnet pushes forward, because Pi isn't just a mobile mining experiment anymore. It's a functioning ecosystem with compliance alignment, liquidity structures, and a global user base in the tens of millions. This ISO plus ISIN combo signals global tracking, exchange readiness, regulatory visibility, proper asset classification, and integration potential with financial rails. This is what institutions require before adding any asset to their systems, and Pi has it. I've been saying for months, Pi is preparing for something big, and this, right here, is one of those signals you don't ignore. Back in 2017 and 2020, the coins that got institutional identifiers early were the ones that exploded later once liquidity opened. And now Pi is joining that list. The setup could not look better. Now this ties perfectly into the next story. Pi Network Academy dropped another bomb. Massive liquidity inflows are expected any moment after November 28th from European countries, following the Pi DEX mainnet launch. Let me tell you why this is critical. Pi has MiCA compliance confirmed in its EU documentation. That means, within the European Union, Pi is now recognized as a utility token that can be traded under regulated frameworks, and once trading admission opens on November 28th, European exchanges can onboard liquidity, European users can enter, banks and payment providers can integrate. This is what early-stage utility tokens dream of. We are basically watching Pi move from mobile mining to regulated trading to liquidity on real exchanges to DEX integration to a full global open mainnet economy, all within weeks. And here's the crazy part. This is happening right as 145.7 million tokens were unlocked during the November 22nd rollout, meaning Pi is now shifting from locked supply to an actual circulating economy. This is the transition we've been waiting for. I don't think people understand how big regulated EU liquidity is for a project like Pi. This is how you go from a niche community to mainstream adoption. Every indicator points to the same conclusion. Something massive is coming. Speaking of catalysts, we need to talk about this one from DrillFX. Pi Testnet has officially stopped issuing 100 test Pi every 48 hours. This is not a glitch. End of the testnet phase. Mainnet and DEX countdown has begun. This is huge, and anyone who's been around crypto long enough knows exactly what this means. Testnet faucets only shut down when 1. The network is ready, 2. Liquidity is finalized, and 3. Mainnet deployment is imminent. And guess what? All three are happening simultaneously. This is exactly what we saw with ETH before its mainnet merge, exactly what we saw with Solana before its big upgrades, exactly what we saw with Layer 1 chains transitioning into full ecosystems. When the testnet faucet dies, you're entering the real economy. OKX, integration, wallet transitions, swap structures, liquidity pools. It's all coming together. And honestly, the timing here is just too perfect. ISO and ISIN assigned, EU liquidity opening, DEX preparing, testnet shutting down, mainnet advancing. It's like the universe is aligning everything at once. If you've been waiting for a signal, well, this is it. This is the calm before the storm we've talked about. Now this one got the community buzzing. WhaleyAM posted about Pi's ecosystem changing the rules of stablecoins using AI and quantum-resistant crypto. Let's break this down, because honestly, the details are wild. The idea is a Pi USD stablecoin, pegged to 314.159, AI-managed, quantum-resistant, fully compliant, and with self-verifying compliance badges. Is this official? Not yet, but the ecosystem research and development is definitely heading in this direction. And Pi core team has already invested in AI robotics and privacy systems this year. This is where crypto is heading: AI-driven autonomous economies, zero-trust privacy, quantum-secure ledgers, and Pi wants to be there first. Absolutely, especially with the ISO and ISIN recognition enabling regulated stablecoin products later on. This is how Pi becomes more than just a coin. This is how Pi becomes a financial operating system. I'll be real with you. This is the kind of innovation that separates projects from the pack. This is how ecosystems survive decades, not cycles. And this brings us to the last big story, and probably the healthiest one for the ecosystem. Mahidhar Crypto posted, "Good to see Pi moderators trashing the whole GCV stupidity. There is no GCV, no magic price, no consensus. It misleads sellers and hurts new pioneers." Let's talk about this for a second. GCV, the idea that Pi is worth $314,159, was a community-driven fantasy price based on Pi, 3.14159. It wasn't official. It wasn't market-backed. And honestly, it created a lot of confusion. Now moderators are shutting it down because Pi is entering real markets with real liquidity and real regulatory identifiers. And, this is good. You can't build adoption on fantasy. You build adoption on utility, liquidity, compliance, on-chain economy, and an open mainnet. And guess what? That's exactly where Pi is heading now. Honestly, I'm glad they're ending the GCV era. It clears the noise. It sets realistic expectations. And it really paves the way for actual market-driven value once open mainnet is fully live. Reality always wins. And right now, reality looks pretty bullish. Family, we are witnessing history unfold right in front of us. Years of waiting, years of mining, years of patience. It's all converging. We've got ISO recognition, ISIN assignment, EU liquidity incoming, DEX launch, testnet shutdown, stablecoin innovation, community cleanup, and open mainnet rolling out. This is one of the strongest setups we've seen for any project in years. Stay patient, stay positive. It's all coming together. Thank you for tuning in. I appreciate every single one of you. If you found this helpful or exciting, smash that like button, drop your Pi price prediction below, and don't forget to subscribe. We've got another massive update coming tomorrow, not financial advice. Just one guy sharing what he sees in the charts and in the news. This is Gold Rush Crypto Daily. Keep your eyes on the charts, your heart in the game, and let's get rich together.